Hi there, so this is the Telesin 6-inch dome port for the GoPro. I'm going to tell you about it, I'm going to show you some examples of how I've used it, and also tell you about some of its limitations and some tips on how I've managed to work around them as best I can. So here we go, here it comes. It's in this lovely cloth protective case, which is really handy, and open the dome port and here it is. So what it allows you to do is to get these split level shots where half your frame is under the water surface, half of it is above. They can look really cool. I use it predominantly for coasting, which is high energy sort of adventure activity in the sea, and it really helps to showcase that, particularly in photos. Having the sort of the water surface there really helps bring them to life. Very, very easy to use. You simply open the hatch on the dome, place in your GoPro, close it up. Simple as that, you're ready to go. Bear in mind, once it's in there, you're not going to be able to make any further adjustments to the settings on your GoPro, so you need to configure your GoPro before you put it in. So the best settings I've found, make sure for video and time-lapse you're using super view to get as wide a frame as possible and make the most of that split level shot and get as much in the frame both above and below the water as possible. For photos, the GoPro, just use the wide to go as wide as you can with that. It does come with this cloth carrying case, and I actually attach that to the handle itself, so that's not going to come away and get lost during use. Despite this, it is possible, ask me how I know, to dent this thing through the cloth. It's not invulnerable, so even with this on, you've got to be careful with it. But should you damage the acrylic, Telesin actually do sell replacement domes, so you don't have to replace the whole unit. You can just get the dome again, which is quite handy. I've had to do it. It's very simple to just unscrew the dome and swap for the new one, and you're ready to go again. Some of the limitations, it is necessarily a little bit bulky. It doesn't fold flat even when you take the handle off, and you know, if you carry it in your bag, I would rather be carrying it in its box, so I know it's protected. As I said, not 100% convinced if you've got the cloth case in it. It might still get damaged if your bag's being kicked around or whatever. It does have this level on the back, so if you're holding the dome port exactly vertical, you're going to get the split exactly along the centre line. In practice, it's not always that easy to use that way, because as you sort of angle up or downwards to sort of frame your subject, that guideline becomes less useful. So it can be quite tricky to actually get things perfect, and for that reason you've basically got to take lots and lots of footage, take as many photos as possible. Dome port actually comes with this pistol grip that I don't use at all. I honestly find it's a little bit of a gimmick. Pulling a little trigger here is absolutely no different in my opinion, just to pressing the shutter button for me. And if you've got the pistol grip installed, it pretty much obscures the back screen, which is not really very useful. Even without the pistol grip installed, another limitation is just due to the way you're using it. You've got it obviously down in the water, you know, at least half submerged. It can be quite hard to see what's going on the back screen. So again, for that reason, just take lots and lots of footage, experiment with your angles just to make sure you're getting things right. And if you're using photos, highly recommend you have it on burst mode. So you go, even if you have to slightly move it through the burst, you've got the best chance of making sure you frame things up properly. I take photos on the GoPro in raw mode just to give me the maximum scope for editing, and when your GoPro is processing a burst of raw photos, it is going to put it out of action for a little bit of time. So I use bursts of, it's a compromise, usually about 5, and that means I can get back to capturing action quickly. If you're filming something not quite as fast paced, maybe you can increase the burst. I wouldn't go for single shots, even in, you know, a completely controlled environment, because you never have absolute control over what the water itself is doing. So take a burst and you'll find sort of a composition where the water is the most pleasing. They're great fun, they're really good accessories, highly recommend it. Go and get one. Good luck.